Hello, Paul Stryer here from SpeakGeek2Me.com. I'm not going to waste any time here with introductions because I want to show you how fast it is to create 30 days of social posts using ChatGPT and Canva. So let's get started. Notice I have a browser open to ChatGPT, which is chat.openai.com. Don't go to anywhere else. There are many other different AIs, but you want to go to the real one, which is ChatGPT. Go to chat.openai.com and then register for an account if you don't have one. And if you do have one, log in and let's get started. Once you're into ChatGPT, in the prompt field at the bottom, type in what you're looking for in regards to your social media prompts. In this case, I typed in 30 travel tips for digital nomads. Once you type in the prompt that you're looking for, press enter and prepare to be amazed. Now, when working with ChatGPT, it's all about the prompt. So if you don't get what it is you're looking for, try the prompt and be more specific with your prompt. The longer the prompt, the better the output you're going to get from ChatGPT. Check it out. I got a great set of 35 digital nomad travel tips. And look, it even put it in categories. I don't need the categories for this specific job that I'm doing, but they're there and it's pretty cool. Now look at this. All I'm going to do is highlight it. I'm not going to click the little button at the top for copy. So if I do that, it takes the numbers with it. But if I highlight it and right click and say copy or use the Control C button, I won't get the numbers when I paste it. And that's what I want. I don't want those numbers to show up. So now that I've copied this into a buffer on my Windows machine, I'm going to open up Notepad. If you have a Mac, you can open up a text editor in there. We just need some kind of text editor to paste this information in. So I'm going to go ahead and paste in this information, hit Control V here, and I should have all of it in here. Now, notice that I have all those sections in there. I'm going to go ahead and copy these out of there because I don't want them in when I do my, I don't want that to be one of my posts. And each one of these lines is going to be a post per day in my social media. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. Then I'm going to highlight all this. So let me get rid of this and then we'll move on. Alright, now that I have my text fixed, I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm just going to hit Control C or go to File, or Edit Copy, and I'm going to get that into the buffer of my computer. Once it's in the buffer of my computer, I'm going to switch and go over to Canva. So if you don't have a Canva account, you need to get a Canva account. Now what we're going to do today is a pro feature of Canva, so you do have to pay them to use this feature. Now if you don't have Canva and you want to do the trial, well, the trial will allow you to use this feature for I think 14 days or 30 days or something like that. Anyways, the trial will allow it, and of course you need the paid version to actually do this. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to search for a template that I want to use as my template as the basis of my social posts. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. It's deciding what you want the thing to look like. So I typed in inspirational quotes and I'm looking through here and I'm not finding much of what I like. So I think I'm going to go back to the top and type in something different and see if I can get a better result. Alright, so yeah, let's go back to the top. I'll type in something different. And this time I'm going to type in like travel or something like that. And it'll give me some hints here too of something to type in. There it is, travel and tourism. Let's try that and see what it is since I'm doing digital nomad travel tips. Now, I'm afraid this is going to be stuff, yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's going to be too salesy. These are like flyers for sales and stuff. This really isn't going to be what I want for my daily quote or tip for my digital nomads. So this really isn't looking that great either. So next I'm going to type in digital nomad Instagram posts. And let's see what this gives us. So let's scroll down and just kind of start getting an idea of what this one has. And these are looking a little bit more like what I want. And I want something where I can put my quote in for every single day, because I'm going to use the same picture over and over and over again. And I want to also be able to change a picture in it. And this is obviously not what I'm looking for, even though I accidentally clicked on it, didn't mean to. Let's scroll down a little bit further, see what else we see. Hey, that one looks pretty good right over there to the left there. I like that one right there. Then I can put a quote at the bottom, and I can change that little picture every day. So this looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and say customize this template, and it will open it up in a new window, and it's sized for a Instagram post, which I think is 1080 by 1080. This is perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and customize it. I'm going to take this thing where it says free guidebook, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my my web page address here, and then do some more things to this post. And if you haven't used Canva, it's an incredible tool. I use it almost every day, and again, and I'm also using ChatGPT almost every day for about a year now. So these two tools have become very important to me, and I actually pay for Canva. I do not pay for ChatGPT. I haven't found a need for it yet. I'm getting ready to do a project where I need to use the APIs of ChatGPT, then I'm going to have to pay for it. But up until now, I haven't needed it, and you shouldn't need to pay for ChatGPT at this point. Just not needed. So okay, so now I've got my name in here of my website, and I need to decide where I'm going to put it. Now, I think I'm going to, have my quotes here at the bottom. So I think I'm going to go ahead and push this up above the picture and put it up here out of the way so it's not in the way of my daily quote. Now I'm going to go down here, get rid of this thing down at the bottom, and this is where my quote will be. So I'm going to click right there and highlight it. This little box is going to be my quote each day. So I want to go over to the left and click on apps. Now apps will be here if you have the paid version or the trial version. And if I go in here, I'm looking for bulk. So I'm going to do the bulk customizing, and then I'm going to click on either manual or CSV. CSV is a file with a comma delimited type of structure that we can get from Excel or Google Sheets, but we didn't do that. We put this in Notepad, so we don't need that. We're going to manually paste in our daily quotes that we got in our Notepad a few minutes ago. So click on manual, and then when we get manual, there are two columns here automatically. We don't need the second column, so I'm going to right click and say delete column. That leaves us with the first column, and I'm going to right click and say paste in the number 1 spot, and that'll paste in all of our quotes in this left-hand column. Okay, now we have all of our data in the column. We're going to go ahead and click done and go back to our post. Then once we are at our post, we're going to go ahead and click on the area where we want the quote to go every day. In this case, this box, we're going to right click and say connect data in the menu. And then we're going to select our one field, name, and it's going to put it here. Now I can move that little name box up and down to decide where I want the center of the daily tip to be. Then I'll click continue on the left. Here's all 35 or 7, however many there are, tips that we have. I'm going to go ahead and say generate. And when I say generate, it's going to open a brand new tab, as you saw it do, and then it's going to create all 37 of these posts. So here's your 37 posts, 1 per day for 37 days. Now, it's actually supposed to be 35 because there's a couple in there that weren't supposed to be in there. When I did this, I messed up, and there's a couple of those categories that I didn't cut out of the text file that I didn't see. So we'll see here in a second that there's some like this one right here. Package, well, we scroll on by, but that was not supposed to be in there, and we'll delete that out in a second. But I'm going to close the tab because I don't like the way it looks. I'm going to go ahead and move this up a little bit or down a little bit and try it again. So I close the tab, which got rid of all those ones that we created, and then I'm going to say regenerate again. It's going to open a brand new tab, and then we'll see if we like where it is, because remember I pushed it down a little bit, so all of them are a little bit lower. Some that are bigger and some that are smaller, they're just in weird places and they look different, so you kind of got to get a center or a middle ground where it looks good all the way through. I think in a few seconds here I'm going to change the font and the size because I think it's not quite right. And here's one that's not supposed to be here, packaging and gear. That's one of those categories, so I'm just going to hit trash can on that one because I didn't need that one. But if I close this tab and regenerate it again, it's going to be there again. So I'm going to have to wait and get rid of those once we're ready to get rid of them. But as you can see, I've got quite a great thing here where I've created 35 daily social posts in a matter of about 5 minutes. That's incredible. In the days before Canva and ChatGPT, this kind of thing would have taken me 5, 6, 7, or 8 hours to freaking create a whole month's worth of social posts. I did this in literally 3 to 4 minutes. Now it's longer because in the video I'm talking to you, but I did this in 3 or 4 minutes. It was rather quick. Alright, closing that tab again, I'm going to come back to our edit window, and I'm going to move the name field up just a little bit, and then I need to highlight the field. So I need to go back and highlight it because I'm going to change the font size. So I highlight it, and then I'm going to reduce the font size because it was too big. And then from there, I think after I reduce the font size, I'm going to change the font. Now, fonts for me are the hardest part of the whole entire thing because I look for hours for fonts, never find a font I want, so I try to do it within a few seconds. And I usually find a font I like, and then everybody else hates the font and tells me I picked a stupid font. But that's just the way it is, so I just pick the font and don't worry about what other people say. Once I pick it, I'll click generate again, and it's easy to go back and forth and hit generate and delete the tab and generate and delete the tab until you find what you like. Again, here we are with the new font and the new size. I don't like that at all. Not what I'm looking for at all. So I'm going to go ahead and close the tab again, go back to the thing. I'm going to raise this up a little bit, and then I'm going to also check what that font was. Not sure that that's the font for me, the one that's my domain name, but I'm going to look for another font and see what I can find here. So scrolling down, look for some more fonts that look cool. And again, I hate this part. Do not like doing fonts. So let's try that one. I don't know. So now when I'm here, I got rid of my generate button. So I need to go back to my menu bar on the left hand side and scroll down till I see the bulk create, and then it will open the bulk window again and I can click generate. So again, I'm going to move this up a little bit, and then I'm going to click generate, and let's see what we get this time. Let's see if it's even close to what I like. Not really. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to say this is great, this is what I want, but I think I might go back and change it after I'm done with the video to make the font a slightly different, not quite 100% thrilled. Closing the tab again, I'm going to go back to this window, the edit window, and I'm going to go over to the menu on the left-hand side and click on Photos. Then in this case, I'm going to type Digital Nomads. Of course, you're going to type in whatever relates to your subject. I'm going to do Digital Nomads, and look at how easy it is to change these pictures. So I'm going to find a picture I like, and then I'm just going to click on it, hold, and drag it into that little box. Boom. That's pretty cool. Not quite what I'm looking for, so I'm going to scroll on down and look for another picture, something a little bit more brighter, a little bit more stand out, that it will stand out. Let's check out this one with the red pants. The red pants will stand out. That's pretty cool. So clicking on bulk creation on the side and then generate, watch what happens. Now every single picture is going to have the girl with the red pants instead of the girl with her back to us. Now all of them have that same girl in the picture. Okay, so I want to add something else to this because there's something missing, and that's telling them what each one of these tips is about. So I'm going to go ahead and close that tab again. I'm going to go back to the edit window. I'm going to copy, I'm going to highlight and Control C and Control V that top domain name, and I'll make a copy of it, and then I will change it to say daily tip or whatever. So let's go ahead and grab that and put it down the bottom. Notice that how when I line it up, I can go right or left and there'll be a big line. That line tells me I'm right in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and type this in, and then we will decide where we're going to place it. So again, I can keep generating over and over and over again until I get it exactly the way I want it. Okay, now that I have it where I want it, let's generate again and just take a quick peek and see what it looks like. Okay, that's looking really good. Now I'm digging it. Now we have the domain name. We have at the very bottom telling them what every one of these posts are, and in the middle we have the actual post, and we have the red pants girl on every one of them. But what if I want to change all those pictures of the girl and make each day be different? Well, you can do that in about 1 minute. Let me show you how. So I'm still on the generated page. I still have all 35 here, and I'm on number 2. So I'm going to go to the Photos menu option on the far left, and there's a photo right there that I want that looks like a co-working space. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and I'm going to scroll down to number 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and type in Digital Nomad in the search at the top there. You search for whatever it is you need for your pictures. For mine, I'm going to do Digital Nomads. I'm going to drag pictures over one at a time. And look how fast and easy. I just drag them, boom, put one in. Scroll down to the next frame, drag it in, boom, there's another one. Scroll down to the next one, find another picture, and drag it in, and boom. So as you can see, I can fill in all 35 of these pretty dang quickly. So just keep dragging them over, and boom, there we go. And just keep on rocking and rolling. So as you can see, it's really super easy. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here and get to the end so we can get to the next section of the video. Now that I'm ready to download the files, I'm gonna type in the name of this project in the upper right hand corner, as you see I'm doing now. When I type in that name and I do a download or a save, that'll be the name of the file. So you want to make sure you get this name correct so that you can find it easily on your hard drive when it comes time to start posting these things onto your social media. Now we're ready to download. So click the share button and then click downloads down near the bottom of the menu. Now I'm going to select JPEG in the upper window, but you don't have JPEG if you don't pay. It will be PNG. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now make sure that all the files are selected, because if you don't hit all, because you can actually just download one of the files, you don't have to download all of them. So as you can see, it's now downloading, and once it downloads, it'll put it in the download directory of my particular computer. Depends on your computer or where it's going to put it. Now that it's downloaded, I'm going to open the folder that it is in, and you'll notice that it created it as a zip file, meaning it's compressed. So I need to right click on it, and then I will say extract all, and it will create a folder for me with the same name, but it won't have the little zipper on it. And then I can open that file, and all the individual files will be in that folder. So let's open the folder, and there's all the files. And if I go to view, you can see that there's all my pictures, one per day for a month. So let me double click on one, and let's just kind of look at them real quick and see what they look like. As you can see, they look pretty good, and even though we're at 17 minutes in the video, this only took me about 3 to 5 minutes to build this whole thing, and once you do it a couple times, you'll be doing it in 3 to 5 minutes as well. Now all you have to do is go post these one a day, every day for 30 days. Now, if you have a product like Hootsuite or Cloud Campaign, you can just go schedule them all right now, and they'll just go out one a day for 30 days with you having to do nothing. And maybe I'll do that in the next video on how to use Hootsuite or Cloud Campaign to do all of your posting at one time for the whole month. Thank you for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. This is Paul Stryer. Have a good day.